Hello and welcome to my channel. I will be your link to the crypto world of assets and crypto news. I am CryptoLink and boy oh boy I got some news for you today. So let's refresh the coin market cap. Bitcoin a bit below $9,500, declined 2.5%, almost 6. Market cap is $174 billion. Total market cap today is 261 billion and Bitcoin dominance of the whole market is 66.7%. So I just want to put you money into perspective. Alright, this is actually article from 2018, but it will help me. So this is all the bubbles in the world, all the money in the world. Bill Gates' net worth 90 billion. Bitcoin and Jeff Bezos in 2018 had same net worth. All cryptocurrencies together at that moment, at 2018, had 200 billion market cap. Amazon has almost 1 trillion, Apple 1 trillion, USD in circulation 1.5 trillion. That's all the US dollars in the world. Gold market cap is 7.8 trillion. Physical money is money in forms that can be used as a medium of exchange, generally notes, coins, and certain balance held by banks. Stock markets 76.5 trillion. All the money 86.5 trillion. All money is money in a form including bank and other deposits as well as notes and coins. So okay, let's put it like this. If we go fully digital, like crypto money, imagine all the money, stock markets, real estates, companies, small businesses, banks, international monetary fund, all commodities like gold, silver, platinum, other precious metals. All things involved with money, you name it, gets transferred into crypto, and they're doing it slowly. So people don't pay so much attention to some Bitcoin or cryptos. And they don't want you to get rich, but I'm not a financial advisor, but you have like $100, $500 to put it in the cryptos and see what happens. And if nothing happens, you just withdraw it, what's left of it. I mean, you can put what you can lose, so it's like trading, so be careful, be careful. Alright, Ripple settlements to be integrated across Japanese ATMs by SBI Holdings. SBI Holdings announced that Ripple-based application MoneyTap will be integrated into Japanese ATMs. Based on MoneyTap, the ATMs are to be bank independent, so the customer can withdraw money from any ATM. Japanese financial services company group Strategic Business Innovator Group, known also as SBI Holdings, and as a partner of Ripple, announced its plans to use Ripple payment technology in order to make it easier for Japanese citizens to access ATMs. So, from the SBI Holdings, they said, currently each bank has an ATM with its own bank app, but with a common web app. They're actually saying a RippleNet system. The same ATM may be used as its own jointly operated multi-bank ATM. Back in September 2011, SBI Holdings President Yoshitaka Kitao was quoted for claiming that the application, completely licensed by the Japanese regulators, would use Ripple solution native cryptocurrency XRP in the future. So they will use XRP in the future. Actually, they're using it now. This is back in 2019, so that time has come. Still, the company must officially approve any plans to assimilate the digital assets directly into the app. MoneyTap was launched back in October 2019, and enable people to send and receive money instantly by only using phone numbers or QR codes. The app is currently available on both Apple and Android systems. So SFMG taking a stake in SBI. Just a few weeks ago, XRP was leading high market cap cryptocurrency for a while, having gained 9% over the last 24 hours. This was pretty much applied to this partnership deal, which saw Japan's second largest bank, the Sumitomo Mitsui Financial Group, take a stake in a SBI Holdings company. Not only SBI Holdings are a major Ripple partner, but they are also Series C investors in the Silicon Valley tech giant. Not only there is speculation that the tie-up will see the utilization of XRP at some future point, but SBI Holding has also today announced the option for shareholders to receive XRP benefit payments. So, welcome Japan. They are actually putting it to ATMs so people can use XRP to use money. To use XRP as money. Awesome. So, Ripple XRP granted with approval for money transfer from US authorities. So, this is from yesterday. And this is big news. So Japan joined, US is right behind it, and it will join them as well, just a little slower pace. Ripple XRP has received permission from American Consumer Financial Protection Bureau that this comes that the cryptocurrency token has been used as a medium for value transfer. As at the time of filing this report, the XRP price was at 21 cents. The bureau indicates that this in a recent report. It said that it was researching new patterns in the US money transfer markets. Digital currencies were a part of that research. The continued growth and expanding partnership of the companies like Ripple played a huge role in remittance market, the bureau stated. The bureau has continued to monitor that the continued growth and expanding partnership of virtual currency companies such as Ripple, which offer both a payment messaging platform to support cross-border money transfer as well as virtual currency, XRP, which can be used to effect a settlement of those transfers. So Ripple Labs has had its issues. Its ability to draw on escrow wallets and burn them at will has drawn raised eyebrows from many. Many disgruntled investors have considered Ripple's action to be a part of extensive market manipulation. Lawsuits, what is this moving? Lawsuits on this and others have been followed. Ripple also brought a significant amount of public attention to cryptocurrency projects. This has translated into a significant amount of investors in the project. Ripple has also broken borders. With the closed source nature of the financial system, XRP is nailing it. So much so that the US Consumer Financial Protection Bureau said, to the degree banks and credit unions increase their reliance on closed network payment system for sending remittance transfers and other cross-border money transfers. The Bureau notes that this could result in greater standardization and ease by sending institutions can now exact covered third-party fees and exchange rates. And my favorite, as the financial space continued to look for options, the crypto space has presented several of them. XRP might be the leader in the next bull run. Who knows, right? And they said that on the granted approval for XRP, actually Ripple, from the US authorities. Awesome. Alright. I got one video from the XRP Yo-Yo. Be sure to follow him. He is putting some great content on Twitter. So let's dive into the video. And this is actually Mark Carney, Governor Bank of England.
Simultaneously clearing the price of the drinks using this technology. How do you see that? That's about just getting rid of the middleman in financial transactions.
Yeah, I mean, so part of the genius, if you will, of cryptocurrencies is that, as we all know, they're distributed. They cut out the central banks, they cut out the banks, and they're ideally directly peer-to-peer between you and I. And so the challenge for payment systems is to move in that direction, so we can instantaneously move money from my account to your account to the publican's account, the guy who runs the pub, directly. And what we're doing at the Bank of England is we're reorganizing the core of the system in a way that allows new payment providers to just plug in. They could be using distributed ledger technology, they can use other technologies, and we're in a position where these innovative so-called PSPs will be able to provide those types of services. You're seeing similar innovation amongst banks in the US, other places, and so this is coming, and as I say, that's the challenge that we have to meet. We have to meet the challenge of what these cryptocurrencies are trying to do. They're not doing it that well, but they do point the way to the future.
We'll talk a bit about what you said about regulation of crypto, but I just want to go back on that a little bit, because you talked about this is the thing you're most positive about to do with cryptocurrencies is getting rid of these very high transaction costs in effect that we have from these day-to-day transactions. If you're JP Morgan or any financial institution, you're basically saying you think the most positive thing about this technology is it can get rid of all the profits that you make as a financial intermediary. Is that basically where you're going?
Well, I'm not going to speak for individual financial institutions, but I think the best of the financial institutions can see the direction of where the payment system is going to go. In a market,
which means making a lot less money.
A lot less money from payment system, maybe more money from understanding their customers better, more money from from providing other core banking services. But look, payment costs are going to keep going down. The profits from this business, I would expect, will go down, and the service to customers is going to improve. That's a good thing, and it's always been the case in financial services that the banks and non-banks innovate. This innovation, the cryptocurrency innovation, is pushing others. It's certainly this.
So he's saying that we're actually gonna throw out the banks, so we don't actually need them anymore, and they're pushing very hard to stay in the circulation of the money, because they see what's happening. We actually don't need them anymore, because he said, I can send it to you, you can send it to me, and why do we need them anymore if we can send everything over the phone? We just need the Ripple company, and they will do all the money. And I believe the banks will just be there like to send like government's money, like from US to China, or US to UK, or other way around, and because for like trades and stuff like that. So I believe that the banks will actually just stay for that one, and the people won't actually have any contact with them. So two more videos from XRP Yo-Yo. A big shout out to him. All right, let's see.
And about your views on the gold standard, which we've given up long ago, and the other people in the world. I don't know anybody's relying on it now. And do you still believe that's important, and why? And where are you?
Thank you, Senator Shelby. Well, first, I totally agree with your assessment. You never go back with money. It keeps moving forward into the future. And I'm surprised that people attempt to say they must have some thought about me advocating a gold standard, and I suppose they're talking about the classical international gold standard. I would just point out that there's about 1.8 trillion in outstanding Federal Reserve notes. That's just the currency. Most of it's held outside the country. If you looked at the market value of the U.S. government's total holdings of gold, it would be less than even a quarter of that amount. And that's just the most basic form of money. So I'm not really sure what anyone...
That's a commodity, isn't it?
It is a commodity. It has a historical use as a monetary...
All right, let's go to the part 2.
And use today. And so as I've said, it's useful to look at something that worked from 1870 to 1913 when the U.S. was a participant in the classical gold standard. It's worth it to look at the Bretton Woods Gold Exchange Standard, where the U.S. was the anchor from 1944 to 1971. But that was 50 years ago, when we had any kind of a monetary role for gold. We certainly have to just be looking toward the future.
Have you advocated return to the Bretton Woods program?
What I've said about the Bretton Woods Agreement is that it did establish a level monetary playing field in terms of exchange rates.
That's when the world was in disarray, right after about the time of the Second World War ended.
Precisely, and a lot of nations still struggling. The war wasn't over when Bretton Woods was being put together by the United States. We're thinking, is this going to be worth it to win? Because if we're going back to what we had in the 1930s, when you had competitive devaluation, you had retaliatory tariffs, and that created a downward spiral in international trade, that's not worth fighting for. So the United States actually set up the Bretton Woods Agreement to give hope that there would be a better future and that investment would flow to its highest use around the world, and that people would not use competitive depreciation to undermine the principles of free trade.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Menendez.
All right, so we're not going back to gold. We're going back to the crypto gold. So I believe that we will go to the something between commodities like precious metals, currencies like dollar, yen, euro, British pound, and cryptocurrencies. It will all be involved. It will all be involved for next 5 or maybe 10 years, and then we'll go to fully digital. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching.